Micah, what are you doing?
I'm telling the people about what's going on at Shawnee Mission West.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Get back to work, okay?
What do you think I'm doing? The freshmen, along with the book club at Shawnee Mission West, have been reading Adib Khorram's Darius the Great is Not Okay. Now, I'm a senior, so I haven't read the book, so I can't tell you about it. But luckily, the author himself came to our school to do a book talk where the students came to ask him questions and hear him talk about his book. I managed to get a quick interview with him for your short attention span, so please take a look at this.
I wrote Darius the Great is Not Okay, I think out of a certain amount of selfishness. I had grown up never reading books about Iranian Americans or people living with depression. I mostly read things like Rime of the Ancient Mariner or Romeo and Juliet. And I wrote it basically for my young self and for young people that felt like me. I think from early on in the writing process, I knew that I was writing about and for teenagers. Darius kind of came to mind as a 15-year-old, and I think that's a really interesting age to be and an interesting age to talk about. So I think he was always that way. My favorite part of writing the book was probably actually the revision process. Once I'd sold the book and I was working with my editor at Penguin, I've always really enjoyed the challenge of taking something and making it better, whether that was like building Lego sets as a child or now writing. And I loved getting to look at my work and see the ways that it had improved. That was really awesome.
Well, it looks like the freshmen are eating good, or should I say reading good, in their ELA class this year. Now, on to John Weather with the weather. We don't have a weather guy, do we? The second annual Shawnee Mission West Culture Fest, held on March 25th, 2025, was a vibrant celebration of diversity, bringing together students, families, community members for an unforgettable morning. With over 20 countries represented, attendees experienced a rich tapestry of global traditions throughout culture displays and delicious international cuisine. The morning was further energized by 3 incredible performances that showcased music, dance, and artistry from around the world. This event not only highlighted the beauty of cultural exchange, but also reinforced the spirit of unity within the Shawnee Mission West community.
El segundo Festival Cultural de Shawnee Mission West, celebrado el 25 de marzo de 2025, fue una vibrante celebración de la diversidad que reunió a estudiantes, familias y miembros de la comunidad en un evento inolvidable. Con más de 20 países representados, los presentes disfrutaron de una rica variedad de tradiciones globales a través de exhibiciones culturales y deliciosa gastronomía internacional. La mañana se animó aún más con 3 increíbles presentaciones que mostraron música, danza y arte de todo el mundo. Este evento no solo destacó la belleza de intercambio cultural, sino también reforzó el espíritu de unidad en la comunidad de Shawnee Mission West.
At Shawnee Mission West, there's a lot of electives that you can enroll in for next year. There's one program that a lot of people may have looked over or didn't see on their enrollment cards last year. This mysterious program is the Music Tech program, and it's actually a pretty cool class. In this program, you'll learn how to use audio interfaces, how to mix audio, set up microphones for each instrument, and learn the differences between each audio equipment and microphone.
My name is Tyler Studebaker. I think I chose Music Tech as a class because growing up, I've always been inspired by music and how it makes, emotions feel less just there, I guess. You can put them into a sound and they can all come out in one way. I think my favorite part of Music Tech would be that I was just able to have more resources towards being able to record my music, produce it, mix it, and just overall produce it as well. These things have really just helped me overall in my music making ability. I would say one thing that I have learned from this class would be, I would say that a lot of the time music is just it's more so just kind of a puzzle, more so rather than like trying to figure out how you can make it better. It's just what can fit into certain pieces and what makes it sound as good as it can be.
Bill Thomas, doctor, if it's important. So I teach at West High School the marching band, the wind ensemble, which is the top concert band, and music technology. I enjoy the music technology class so much because it's really cutting edge of what music is. Oftentimes studying music in a performing ensemble deals with, as some of my colleagues would put it, or some students would think of it, as studying dead white guy music, which is not really the case. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but a lot of times it's the thought of teaching Beethoven and Mozart and a lot of old dead conductors or composers. But with music technology, it's new, it's modern, it's exciting, and it gives students an opportunity to see what the real world is like with people doing interviews such as yourselves, podcasts, recordings, anything that has to do with computers and music technology. It's just cutting edge, and I love being on the cutting edge. Do I think students are committed to music tech? I think students that are in the class love the class and they enjoy it. They took it for a reason. However, I do think there are some students that get burned out on school and they don't know how to work hard. And I'm a person that I push people to work hard and give, because the real world asks that of them. And sometimes they don't know how to do that. And so sometimes in my pushing, they end up withdrawing and not working as hard as they probably could. Oftentimes, all of us, students or adults, we don't know how hard we can work until we're pushed. And so I love to push students. I think they're committed to the class. I think sometimes they don't understand how hard it is to be good and how much effort it takes to be good. They think it's going to be easy when they look at people like Taylor Swift or whomever. Oh, that's so cool. I want to be that. I want to be that guitar player. But they don't know and understand how many hours and weeks and years it took to get to that level. In music technology, it's really currently set up as an overview of technology in music. Turn that statement around. Meaning that we touch a little bit of many different things, but we don't go in depth on just about anything. So we do some basic looping projects where they take loops and they build small little 1-minute compositions. We'll do some beat creation where they take various components of creating a beat like they would hear online if they are into that kind of thing, of a bass line, a drum line, maybe a guitar or keyboard part, and put those all together. We do some narrative kinds of things where they take a scary story and they put sound effects with it. And so that's kind of cool and different. And then currently we're doing a project that's a multi-track recording project where they record different instruments, 10 to 12 different instruments, and put them all together like they would in a recording studio and create a final song. And right now we're working on a piece where the students are taking videos or pictures of spring break and putting that together with music underneath it like they're creating a small video. So they're learning some video production-esque kinds of skills along with that.
Yeah, thank you for your time today.
You are welcome.